Hi, and welcome to episode 4 of my GeneticRim series, season 2. We're keeping White safe for today. We're having Jackalope and Johnny working on making this place a lively place, and well, let's see how good things go for today. We are sitting at a pretty nice spot overall. I feel quite safe. We're having all the resources necessary to expand. I have guns, I have weapons, I have a base, I have a valley. The only thing I don't have are colonists, but I think we're going to find some people to join our place quite soon. And White will only stay for a few days before he's going to go back home. We got him over a quest during the last episode. We're hosting a friend for the Duwayo Kin League. White Yak wants to learn about other cultures. In return, we get Enrique, that wonderful person here, the greedy jogger. So, whatever might be the case, we're going to have some good fun today. And there's a lot of Adobe available here if I want to have lots of mud bricks. Not too sure what to do with that in general. Overall, today's topic is going to be a lot about how to produce power in this place, because we're not having any geothermal sources here in the vicinity. That really bums me a little bit, but nope. This place has marginally no downsides except for the fact that geothermal power sources are so far away from the space that well, this is the closest I could get now. So my plan will be a quite simple one. We're going to use the meadow area here, and we're going to install some wind turbines to begin with, and then I'm going to finally research solar power, because for some odd reason I never researched this on this playthrough. I don't have a clue why, honestly. Most of the time I researched them at some point, but it must have slipped my attention this time. So I'm starting to deconstruct all that Adobe stuff, and we're going to reconstruct with that Adobe some nice flooring on this side of the wall. So, oh, and I don't even have batteries. Yeah, that was another topic that just blew my mind. So I'm going to get Jackalope now as much as I can on the research table, because I feel like with White at the base we have all we need. We don't need Jackalope to work on the hauling jobs and such things anymore. That's a big benefit for the whole colony. So let's get some subsurface conduits over here and some regular power conduits over there. Chop some wood here. Cut some trees there. It's all blocked right now. And yeah, Johnny opens up the secret entry to the meadow. That's cool. So I'm going to reinstall those doors here. Oh, not reinstall, install some more doors here. Alright. That'll be at least a start for our power production. So, since Jackalope is quite a good researcher, I can't imagine that she's going to take particularly long to finish the research on something easy as batteries. So I'm quite optimistic with the time frame of that. Alright, so we're out of steel. There's nothing getting done anymore. I mean, the other thing there I'm noticing is I could also, well, we're going to make some Adobe flooring over there. I really like that. We're just going to do some simple flagstone. Nothing too demanding. Could wait until I have those mud bricks, no? it's not possible to do that. That's bitter. Alright. So, rough tiles at least. Yeah, that's at least possible. So, basic idea is a simple one. I want to cover the areas the wind turbine needs for the production with some kind of flooring, because that stops plants from growing. The other alternative you could do is just grow your crops in between that. I see that being done by a lot of people too. But I personally also like this approach, because this way I can use at least all the adobe nobody wants. It's a good use for that. And I still can pluck my solar panels in between, because that's the other thing I see people doing quite a lot. That's placing solar panels between the zone the wind turbine needs, because that also blocks plants from growing, and it doesn't decrease the throughput of the wind turbine. And if you haven't done so already, I'd be really super happy if you would drop a little subscription on my channel. It helps me more than you might think, and you can turn on those notifications if you want to stay informed with any new content. But whatever might be the case, I only hope we're going to have some more fun with Rimworld together. So I'm starting to mine out these areas here now too, and do some nice walls inside the mountain. I really want to make this place a little bit more lively, you know? So I end up with a pretty high amount of tin again. So tin you can also use for the creation of bronze, obviously, but at the same time you're getting way more tin than you might ever need. The problem about the recipe here is you need like so little amounts of tin compared to the amount of copper you need. In every playthrough I end with having way too much tin and not enough copper. It's always the same thing. Alright, ground runners are getting trained quite well. Jackalop's animals skill is getting better and better. That's cool. So once we've researched the batteries, I might be even able to put in some light everywhere. Imagine us having light. Alright, but apart from that, I want the iron ore seams getting mined out here too, because that's exactly what I need to get some more steel. So generally this map is really offering not enough pure steel. I'm finding a lot of opportunities for iron, but pure compacted steel I didn't see too much around here. Oh, give me a sec. Well, we're not going to mine that out. I'd rather take the materials which are safely accessible in my valley here. But apart from that, whew, even the iron is not that easy to acquire. So there's some more iron ore, but I'd prefer to have that deep one rotten to nothing before that's a topic. So we might be mining out iron ore there, but for now I am fortunate and having some iron ore in my own base. Alright. Feeling quite sorry for Johnny, having no passion for mining at all, and still having to do so much of that work here. So and there goes the battery technology. Next up, solar panels. Alright, so we're going to drop some batteries where? Oh, I'm having some wind turbine here already. Well, that doesn't matter. Can definitely use more of that. So we're going to mine ourselves some battery housing. Or no, that's a bad spot because it would collide at some point with my freezer. So instead, I'm going to store my power here. Yeah, why not? I'm going to store the power here. No white walls, mirrors, and green walls. So this is going to be the battery housing. We're low on... Whoa, whoa, whoa! We're that low on food? Jeez. Is it already time to hunt again? Alright. So nobody wants to eat Bumble Drone, that's for sure. So I'd much more prefer some real food. That wild pot would be quite good, but hunting a wild pot is never an easy thing. Then again, they're really slow. I'm having 2 people here. I'm even having somebody with a real, I'm even having a gun with a real high armor penetration. So, yeah, we're going to do that. So Johnny is going to be the runner and White is going to be the killer. No, Johnny and White are going to be the killers, and Jackalope is going to be the runner. Alright. So I generally don't like the charge lance too much as a weapon, but especially against heavily armored targets, I really grew quite fond of that gun. To me, charge weaponry mainly exists to bust down heavily armored targets. Come on. So wild pots are really tanky business. So this'll take some shots. Wow, that thing doesn't even take a scratch from my charge lance. So quite surprising. So, well, you know what? I'm saying thanks, but no thanks. We're going to take down the cats instead, because that's way less dangerous to begin with. So Jackalope is going to be the runner, because White is a pretty good marksman too. So that Cougar might be going on to revenge now, but that Cougar is already pretty dead-o. So Jackalope can easily outrun that thing. There we go. So let's take down some bunny too. Well, I'm going to get Johnny on that business. I mean, there's so much forage out here. It's quite ridiculous to suffer from low food here. So there we go. And I also am now able to put down a growing zone beneath that ambrosia, because there's no more predators around there, so don't need to be that careful anymore. Most of the time I only do these things to make sure that no predators are giving me any trouble here. So I have a robot for taking care of Johnny. Isn't it wonderful? I'm also going to reinstall the butcher table down here. Is Jackalope capable to do that? Wonderful. Because I strongly dislike the thought of having my food processing so far away here. So there we go. That's a lot better. Jackalope needs a meditation spot. Let's do that. Alright. Reassign. Interesting. Okay, so that crisis has been averted. I don't know. It was a weird situation to me. But we're having some food. Hooray. Somehow in this playthrough I end up with no food all of a sudden quite often. And I don't know. It's happening so randomly, you know. So there we go. And now we only need some more mining. And there's Sabas Hickman is the granduncle of Johnny. Come on, another related person to Johnny? And he's even related to Bundy. I wish I could recruit Hickman, but the people from the Shattered Empire would hate me quite hard for that move, and I don't want to take that risk. So we're gathering lots and lots of resources out of that patch here. And Johnny, stop doing that. I really hate it when they do that. I'm going to let him force haul one tour. And there's a deer gone mad. That's good, actually. Because mad deer are not so much a threat, but a source of food. Because they're like... Unlike the manhunting packs, the maddened deer are not inflicted with scaria, and that means they're fine, healthy meat. So, there goes. We're having some fine foods. Alright, that at least solves all of my food problems that have been existing there whatsoever. Awesome. And White is getting the other jobs here done quite well too. So one thing I'm going to do now is the ingredient radius can be now unlimited on these jobs. Simple reason behind that, it's nobody except CrafterBot on these jobs, so it's okay for me if CrafterBot goes all the way up there and does his thing. So nobody hauled the components. I'm having a severe lack of hauling jobs getting done here due to the fact that I'm just well, one person, lacking one person. All right, so having the battery technology now, I just realized that Jackalope can now stop researching that much due to that, because actually that was what I needed. Kitty and another desperate refugee are approaching. They claim to have lost their home in a recent attack. So I'm going to get some more people. Yeah, sure. Just give me a sec. Let's see if, well, I'm going to bring White into that. I like to have a good shot here. Oh, never mind. Oh boy, that Bumble drone just got racked by our turrets. Nice. Appreciate that. So CrafterBot is now doing his job everywhere on the map. I like that. There's no reason to limit his working area, honestly. Didn't I replace those components just a second ago? Does my CrafterBot destroy my my workbench a little bit too often? Alright. So we're at least having the steel now getting done again. I really am happy about the robots in my colony. They somehow replace a colonist too. I mean, I wish I had more of them, that's for sure. But it does work surprisingly well. Oh, there's a short-faced bear back there now. Dear Lord, it's quite disconcerting. Luckily, there's enough easy game in the temperate forest, so most of the time the predators are not interested in your colonists too much, because there's most of the time always something easier to hunt than your colonists. So that's that. Just want to make sure we have everything back from there. Ambrosia is so valuable. Just realized that I want to have ambrosia stored in here as well, because ambrosia actually has an expiration date. So all right, of course, Johnny is now preferring the iron ore seam to begin with, but that's okay. We need some steel anyways. So things are just growing very, very slowly here. Okay, so let's check out the quest here again. So we're going to be getting 2 people into my colony. Okay, that should be quite easy to do. So I'm going to build up 2 more beds here. Let's give White a little night shift. I said night shift. Wow, those beds are pretty good. And then we're going to bring our visitors, Fox and Kitty, into this place. So another incapable person of caring. Wow, that's quite amazing. That doesn't happen too often. All right, so Kitty, feel free to get a hand cannon, and Fox, you can keep that, no problem. Okay, let's configure those friendly people, and Kitty and Fox, and let's see what kind of story these 2 people bring with them. I hope they're just no mass murderers. All right, so Fox is a passionate miner, so what about that? And Kitty is what can Kitty offer to us? Not too much. She can clean this place. But apart from that, I don't see too many really good jobs she's capable of. Well, I'm bringing her up to more plant work because that opens up Johnny to other jobs. Or, no, we're doing something completely different here. Kitty is going to be the hauler. There we go. The hauler and the cleaner. That's something I feel like is a pretty good thing there. Alright. Mining out the iron there. It's always the preferred spot which gets mined, but I don't mind. I don't mind if it gets mined. I hope you don't mind. Alright. So, yay! Opening for the meadow is done. And what's Johnny actually doing now? Now that he's not busy doing stuff anymore. So Fox is sticking on the digging jobs like crazy. We're going to force the deconstruction of this place now. It's the same thing again. The White is just deconstructing one thing, and then he takes those blocks and spends them right away, instead of just deconstructing everything and then just using the materials available. So these traps are now, of course, not as effective anymore because they were aligned with the former ruins, which are not anymore. So we're going to put down a few traps here. It's always good to have a few traps, you know? So let's expand this zone a little bit. Alright. So once Fox is done with mining out the battery room, we can finally set up some batteries, and that's going to be the beginning of electrical lights in this whole place. And I'm going to think about taming jobs next now too. So there's a grizzly bear. How about acting proactive? How about going proactively on that threat? Gosh, words sometimes. So the grizzly bear hunt at night. All right, Johnny, take that rifle. Fox and Jackalope, you are just meant to be kiting. So I just hope that at some point anybody might be hitting that thing and provoking him to a revenge. But now we're really not in trouble anymore with hunting predators like these. We're able to deal with them any time of the day. I think I'm going to clean out the biome now a little bit. It does add a lot of food at the same time, so we benefit from that as well. Alright. Oh, there's some trees in the way. Noticed that too late. And generally this whole wind turbine here is a thing of the past. I just realized I don't want to have it here anymore. And I also realized that I'm going to give White a less costly weapon, because I don't know... yeah, here we go. White's shuttle has arrived. There we go. So we're going to take away that revolver. And goodbye, White. It was fun. So we get Enrique in exchange. So Enrique I actually picked up because I wanted him. So Enrique is a capable what? A capable shot. That's at least something. Definitely appreciate. So you're going to get some nifty guns here. He's pretty okay with animals. He's also a good researcher. That's pretty cool. So I definitely want to have another research bench here, because it, as it turns out, we're having a lot of capable people here. And he's a pretty good constructor. Yeah, that's... no, he's not. That's Fox. But now that White has left the building, I think I'm going to swap jobs here again. So Enrique is having the honor of doing the mining now. Well, what a life, going from a bully to a scout. All right. But overall, we really need those batteries done. So, connecting some power conduits. And then, let the fun begin. So we're going to put in some, well, let's put in 6 batteries. I think we're going to need some decent amount of batteries to begin with. So I've got 3 people on a pretty high research priority. I mean, Johnny is also pretty capable. I think Enrique is an ideal person for hauling jobs. So I'm going to put Jackalope away from that job. And Kitty and Enrique are on the hauling now. I do like this composition now. There we go. Work's getting done. All of a sudden. Nice. So we're alive again. Somehow it feels to me like that. This colony though is kind of a weird place to me. We're planning so big, yet still we're so small. That's exactly the thing that I'm noticing here. Alright. So, gotta be thinking about living quarters here. And also, like I mentioned some episodes before, we're going to claim that now. Going to... Or no, this is going to be left open. This is where we greet our enemies. So, do I have enough granite? Yes, I do. Alright. So, I just realized... Ooh, ideal! So, I can even bring up a geothermal generator here. No problems at all. We even can defend it quite decently. That's neat. Alright. If that's not a clear sign that this design is awesome, I don't know what's a clear sign. Alright, so now I have a a direct opening to greet my enemies. And what's going on? So, I see there's a psychic emitter happening here. So it's not too far away, I'd say, but well, we're still traveling quite some time. I'm not too afraid of psychic emitters like these, because they just drive local animals regularly insane. That's not that super spooky. That, though, that was quite spooky. Oh, of course, they didn't roof that room. Yeah. I know why that happens. So, that was completely my bad. Needing a constructor now. Because that won't stop before the roof is up there. But I have forbidden the roof back then, back when there was still the wind turbine there, so silly me. I mean, I did realize that the roof there was missing a while ago, but I was like, huh, they just didn't do it yet. Turns out they're not doing it at all. Alright. Whatever, friends, we're sadly at the end of today's episode because it's already time again. So I'm having a really good time here. Thanks so much for watching if you're still hanging around. That's awesome. And hoping you want to drop down a comment or anything down there below. That always is so lovely to hear. Much more to read. And apart from that, leave a like if you want to help this series, leave a subscription if you want to help this channel and me as a content creator. Whatever might be the case, have a wonderful time, and goodbye.